When we mention Curly's body, aren't we actually talking about superheroes? Unexpectedly, Akan kneels like a little puppy begging for a job, hoping Aju will give him a month to prove himself. Even more surprisingly, Aju is investigating Four Eyes and immediately assigns the brothers to check out a thug named Old Yang, telling them to keep a low profile. At first, the duo follows the plan like they have GPS, but when they see the homeless guy about to get pounded, Akan can't hold back and rushes in, freaking out the homeless dude. He says it's the smiling capital of the big boss, and if he just watches, he's more of a villain than the big boss. Ju sees this, and sympathy takes root in her heart. The next day, the president is stunned upon seeing Akan's scar. 20 years ago, the big boss was just the president's little sidekick. The president was trying to retire, but that night the company got robbed, and that muscular thief was the president was a martial arts master, and Dog Egg was no match for him, but the dark side always throws curveballs. The big boss stabbed him 5 times from behind, and the truth is out, he was the mastermind. The president fought back with all his might. After all, he's the Woolen Supreme. After 3 heavy punches and a flying kick, he finally snatched back the knife in a killer style, adding a dazzling star quality to the big boss face. Unexpectedly, Dog Egg charged in, pummeling the president. Ultimately, Dog Egg threw the president out. He survived but was left permanently disabled, as if cast into space. At this moment, the president requests Aju to stop her investigation because compared to those who kill without blinking, he just wants to enjoy a peaceful. The problem is, for Aju, danger could be lurking around every corner. On the surface, Aju agrees to Grandpa's request, but behind the scenes, she's still investigating Old Yang, and soon the brothers find themselves caught in a trap, locked in a dead end by 100 people. Thankfully, the brothers harness their inner heroes, and being legends of martial arts, they make a successful escape. Unexpectedly, the dark forces were truly sinister, executing a classic East meets West trick by knocking out Akang's mom and snatching. Little Black thought he was on his way to glory, but out of nowhere, Masked Hero appeared and took care of business. Aju isn't there. Her spirit is alive and kicking, slicing through situations like a true martial arts master. Little Black stood there utterly dumbfounded, believing victory was within his grasp, only to witness Masked Hero emerge as the superstar of the battlefield. Alright. Masked Hero's speed is like lightning, befuddling everyone in amazement. Old Yang's response is lightning fast as he scoops up the woman and takes off. Yet the Masked Hero is relentless in pursuit, leaving Old Yang with no options and his wooden sword useless. In this contest, the Masked Hero decisively sliced Old Yang's tendons. Another Masked Hero arrives just in time, and the battle comes to an abrupt end. Just as he plans to leave, he meets another Little Black, who comes knocking instead of stirring up trouble. Unfortunately, Cocker caved in with 3 hits, clearly indicating everything was orchestrated by the president. Masked Hero is the president's secret guard. The president grows anxious over Aju's tricks. The president announces that from today on, he'll personally handle the issues. Kang's eager to help, but the president says, "Kids, this is no child's play, it's life or death." The kids suddenly fell silent, realizing there's no turning back now. Afterward, the president opened the safe, retrieved a long-lost treasure, ready to re-enter the game. Meanwhile, the big boss stepped out of his mansion, with Dog Egg eagerly waiting like a little pup, and they sped off in a sports car towards the pier. Turns out, the big boss hid a treasure trove of gold bars in a shipping container worth more than astronomical figures. The next day, the big boss visited the hospital, describing the Masked Hero with lightning-fast eyes and knife skills that rivaled a legendary assassin. Old Jin smirked upon hearing this, knowing his old rival was up to no good, and he called for an emergency meeting. Back then, under President Qi, there were 5 mighty generals, and the Masked Hero, named Yuan Yangjun, was the top of the 5. Even the biggest gangs feared the president's 5 tigers. Their first urgent task was to take them out. In order to save his own child, the old man actually wanted to return to his former glory days. It's just way too naive. The old man's super rich, with at least 5 B cash. Big Boss sent Dog Egg to steal it. Just watch out for Big Dog Egg, whose strength is second to mine. Ying suggested involving the kids since they just took down 100 guys barehanded. In a crisis, we should leverage the young people's wisdom. Yang Zhong suggested giving them a shot. The president reluctantly agrees, and the showdown is about to begin. but Aju gets knocked out first, while Dog Egg blocks the brothers. There's no option but to go all out, as Dog Egg is ridiculously strong, treating the brothers like little kittens. Kang hit on an idea, using ear pulling, landing hits, but Dog Egg surprisingly laughed. As expected, in the realm of martial arts, speed is the ultimate weapon, leaving Dog Egg completely stunned for the very first time. He got so angry, he started smashing baskets and throwing shovels, but Kang's heavy punches were making Dog Egg bleed like a fountain. Taking the opportunity to launch a series of combo attacks, even Curly was left stunned. Upon learning of this, Big Boss Jin flew into a rage and promptly sent additional personnel to handle the three youngsters. Meanwhile, they were frantically loading cash, and packaging $5 billion was no walk in the park. The problem is, there are countless gold bars. Just when they were about to move, a flood of enemies arrived. Aju's vehicle also broke down, and the men dressed in black kept relentlessly pursuing. Fortunately, Kang made it in time. They ditched the gold and dodged the bullet. Back home, Aju felt guilty for losing Grandpa's gold. Grandpa said Aju's safety mattered most. Next day, the president gave her a $2 billion red envelope to show thanks. Kang expressed deep gratitude for the president's support and promised to work hard to become a top martial arts master. Why not subscribe to our channel? There's fresh and funny content waiting for you every day.